Have you ever had that eerie feeling that you're being watched? You turn around and there's no one there, but the feeling persists, a heavy, undeniable sense of a presence standing just over your shoulder. Now, imagine that feeling, but you are at the absolute limit of human endurance. You are freezing to death on a polar ice cap, or trapped in a burning building, or suffocating in the death zone of Mount Everest. You have given up, you are ready to die. And suddenly that presence steps out of the shadows. A phantom companion appears to guide you, to talk to you, and to lead you home. This isn't a ghost story. It's a documented biological phenomenon known as the third man factor. And it might just be the most incredible survival mechanism the human brain has ever created. Hello everyone. For centuries, explorers, mountaineers, and survivors of extreme disasters have reported a virtually identical experience. In their darkest moments, when the body is broken and the mind is fracturing, they are visited by a being. Sometimes it's a shadow, sometimes a voice, sometimes it feels like a physical hand grabbing them. Science calls this the third man factor. But what is it really? Is it a hallucination? Is it divine intervention? Or is it a secret weapon buried deep in our neural architecture, waiting for us to break the glass in case of emergency? The name actually comes from a line in a T.S. Eliot poem, but the reality started with Sir Ernest Shackleton in 1916. Shackleton and 2 of his men were crossing the frozen, uncharted mountains of South Georgia Island. They were dehydrated, starving, and sleep-deprived. It was a suicide mission to save their crew. Years later, Shackleton confessed that during that march, he felt that there were not 3 people in their group, but 4. And he wasn't alone. His companions, hardened sailors who didn't believe in magic, admitted they felt the exact same thing. A silent, fourth presence walking with them, offering comfort when they had nothing left. But this doesn't just happen in the Antarctic, it happens at the top of the world. In 1933, climber Frank Smythe was attempting a solo ascent of Mount Everest. He was so convinced that someone was climbing with him that when he stopped to eat a snack, he actually broke a piece of Kendall mint cake in half and turned around to offer it to his partner. It was only when he saw the empty wind that he realized he was alone. Or take Reinhold Messner, perhaps the greatest mountaineer in history. After losing his brother on Nanga Parbat, he descended alone, delirious with grief and exhaustion. He described a third climber, descending with him, a phantom that didn't speak, but whose presence kept him sane enough to survive. Now you might think, okay, this happens to extreme explorers, but it happens in modern cities too. Let's look at the story of Ron Difrancesco. He was the last survivor to escape the South Tower of the World Trade Center on September 11th. He was on the 84th floor. Trapped by fire and smoke, he was overcome by the heat and lay down on the floor, drifting into unconsciousness. He was ready to let go. But then, he felt a presence. He describes hearing a male voice calling him by name, and he felt a hand physically grab him and pull him upright. The voice commanded him get up, guided by this presence. He ran through a wall of fire to reach the only clear stairwell. He escaped the building moments before it collapsed. He was alone on those stairs, but that third man led him out of the inferno. So, is it an angel? Well, neuroscientists have a different theory. Researchers like John Geiger and Dr. Olaf Blank suggest that this is a specific function of the brain under extreme stress. We have a region in our brain called the temporoparietal junction, or TPJ. This area is responsible for creating your body map. It tells you, I am here inside this body. But when you are hypoxic, exhausted, and terrified, the TPJ starts to misfire. It loses the ability to integrate your body signals. Essentially, yourself bleeds out into the environment. The brain still senses a consciousness, but it can't recognize it as you. So it projects it externally. That shadow person is actually you. It's your own survival instinct, dissociated and projected outside your body to become your leader. Psychologist Julian Jaynes called this the bicameral mind. He theorized that when our modern ego collapses, we revert to an ancient brain structure where motivation is experienced as an external command. When you are too tired to take another step, your brain creates a commander to order you to move. It's a benevolent dissociation. Your brain knows you won't listen to your own internal monologue anymore, so it creates a character you will listen to. Whether you view it as a spiritual guardian or a neurological glitch, the result is the same. The third man factor proves that the will to live is more powerful than we can imagine. It seems that biology has hardwired a failsafe into our minds. Even when we are completely abandoned, on the edge of the abyss, we are never truly unaccompanied. As long as the brain has enough oxygen to dream, it will conjure a friend to walk beside us and guide us home. I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a high-stress situation and felt a presence? Have you ever felt like someone was guiding you when no one was there? Let me know your stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of the mind, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, take care of yourselves